Hi, I'm Nate Doepper, Lead Sales Engineer at Wavelynx. Today I want to talk about a common vulnerability in physical access control systems called a downgrade attack, and how a unique feature in the Wavelynx APEX Reader can help combat them. A downgrade attack is when you take the access control data from a secure credential and write it to a legacy technology like Prox that your reader still might be able to read. Even though the original credential is secure, the attack still succeeds because the reader is capable of reading that legacy, weaker technology. So how do attackers go about performing a downgrade attack? They need a readhead that's capable of reading that secure credential. The attacker may use an existing reader on the wall that they have access to, a reader that they bought from somewhere else that's using a standard key, or something different like an embedded module, a SAM that manufacturer sells. So what are some ways that you can combat a downgrade attack? The most important piece is managing and understanding what technology your readers can read. You need to make sure that just because you've moved to strictly secure credentials, that your readers aren't capable of reading legacy technology like Prox, which would allow a downgrade attack to happen. So if your environment today is just old legacy insecure Prox cards and old legacy insecure Prox readers, or you're stuck in the middle of a failed dual tech card transition, we have ways to combat a downgrade attack like a Prox filter. So what is a Prox filter? It's a patented feature we have in our APEX readers, and I'm going to show you what it does. I have two readers here. For demonstration purposes, this is just a Prox reader. It has no high frequency capability. It can just read Prox cards. This is a new multi-tech Wavelynx APEX reader. Let's say these are your existing cards today. You've just got some 35-bit low frequency Prox cards. Chances are you can't just do a rip and replace. And you need, let's say, a 4-year transition where you're going to go site by site, rebadging employees and upgrading the hardware on the wall. Well, during that time, there's a good chance that you need all the technology to work together. You need the new cards that you're putting in to work with the legacy Prox readers, and you need your existing legacy Prox cards to work on the new readers. Well, that opens a significant vulnerability. Nothing is stopping somebody from cloning the Prox side and reading it on your reader. So this results in you spending a lot of time and money rebadging employees, changing out the hardware on your wall, and you actually haven't added a bit of security. This is where the Wavelynx Prox filter comes in. The Wavelynx Prox filter allows the reader to ignore specific Prox cards while still allowing others to read. So this could be your new dual tech card. This is a dual tech leaf verified and Prox card. It's got the old Prox technology from the 90s and the brand new leaf verified Duox public key cryptography. This card, it reads on your legacy Prox reader, reading legacy Prox data, and it reads on your new multi-tech reader, but it's only reading leaf verified. Now, how can I prove that? I can prove it by taking a Prox cloning tool like a Flipper Zero. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the insecure Prox data off of this card. And I'm going to click emulate. What I've done is I've turned my Flipper Zero into the Prox programming of this card. When I click emulate, you'll see that I can read it on the legacy Prox reader. But if I go to the new multi-tech reader, it won't read, it won't beep. That's the Prox filter in action. The Prox filter is specifically ignoring all Prox programming within leaf verified cards, but it still allows your legacy Prox card to read. So this allows you to selectively target during a long transition your most critical doors and your most critical employees. So you can start your rebadging with them. Because when an employee has a new card and they're reading it on a new reader, it can only be a secure transaction. So in summary, I covered what a credential downgrade attack is and how you can use features like the Wavelynx APEX Prox filter to mitigate and eliminate that vulnerability during a long multi-tech card transition.